Hey guys, Trey here with the Return of Baldylocks, the Road to 513, doing a special edition, Oklahoma edition. Many of you may or may not know that I'm originally from Oklahoma and started my climbing career here, gosh, almost 35 years ago probably. Back then, we actually thought we were inventing the sport. I remember me and some buddies of mine from back in the day were hanging out at his house on a day off. I think it was Memorial Day or Labor Day. We all worked at a garage together. And we had the day off and we were all just kind of sitting around his house and not doing anything good. And I think I suggested, let's go to a park out here somewhere and get outside. It was a beautiful day. So we did that. We went to a place called Red Rocks Park in Oklahoma, and it's a popular rappelling spot. We did not have any rappelling equipment, but they did. It's sandstone cliffs and they're short. They're maybe 30 foot high or so. And the locals had dug these like footholds and handholds into the side of this cliff so that the rappellers could go up the cliff, set up their stuff, rappel down, rinse, repeat, right? So we got into climbing that way. We just were kind of free soloing on these man-made routes in this little scrappy sandstone cliff. And we ended up buying aqua socks. We didn't know climbing shoes were even a thing yet. And we bought aqua socks because we knew we wanted, tight-fitting, snug footwear that could get in those little hand-dug pockets on these sandstone walls out in Red Rocks in Oklahoma. So we told one of our co-workers, who coincidentally was a climber, a real climber, on the following Monday when we were back at work, and we went climbing. We talked to him, and he was like, "Let me show you guys the ropes," as pun intended, I guess. And he got us into, showed us that climbing's already a sport. They make shoes, ropes, gear, all the things, and they have been for a while. So we got into it that way and progressed pretty quickly, I would say. We got, anyway, and then, we were climbing up through the grades, doing well. And Oklahoma, there is good climbing out here. There's not a lot of it, but it's really good quality granite. I would liken it to anything in Yosemite or Tuolumne or anything like that. It's really good granite, and there's some really great classic climbs out here. And then again, with the name of Baldylocks going on there, that was my first ascent, was out here in Oklahoma, Baldylocks Bulge. And yeah, that was up on Mount Scott in the Wichita Mountains. So we quickly found out that Red Rocks was not a climbing spot. It was certainly a rappelling spot. And we found that the major climbing areas are Wichita Mountains and then Quartz Mountain a little farther down. Wichita Mountains, a lot of cracks, stuff like that. Quartz Mountain, mostly slab climbing, pretty run out. You can get hurt at Quartz Mountain pretty easy. Anyway, as I was coming down here to visit for the holidays, family and stuff, I found out that they were closing the old grain silo gym, which was originally started by my friend Freddie, called OKC Rocks. Long time ago. I managed the place, ran it for him for a few years, right before I moved to Colorado. And it's just been a great thing for the climbing community, the limited climbing community here in Oklahoma. It's been a meeting place and a gathering place and a place for planning adventures and meeting and parking there and carpooling to local adventures and training and all the things. And I heard it's closing down, but kind of a bummer. But anyway, there's a little background about my link to Oklahoma and my contribution to Oklahoma climbing and things like that. Let's check out some of these videos from my trip. I did go down to the silos and run a little video down there for you as well. Yeah, let's check out these videos. I climbed with some friends, got to meet up with a bunch of old climbing buddies back in the day at a bar in downtown Oklahoma City, which was super awesome. Great time to reconnect and catch up and just see what everybody's been doing for the past 20 years. So it was really cool. It's been a great trip. But anyway, let's check out these videos, and then I'll meet you right back here. Gillum and gang. Still here after all these years, which is kind of really fucking cool to see. This guy didn't use there was an old bridge under a highway here, and he had this special epoxy that he concocted, and he would glue river rocks and stuff to the underside of the bridge, the support beams, and they all climbed down there. And then they kind of had a little bit of a come together back in the day when this gym was first built. Steve Gillum worked with my buddy Freddie Harth, and he set some of his bridge routes with his special epoxy out here. I thought after it changed hands these might go away, but they have stayed, which is awesome. I love the names of some of these. Somewhere between Hell and Hank Williams. The Thistle and the Kiss. These are cool. Again, like I said, I thought these would certainly go away. I hope you can hear me all right. It's super windy, but that's Oklahoma for you. But they've remained here throughout the years. It's been 25, probably almost 30 years now. Here it is, and one of the cool things, extra cool things about this gym, well, a couple of things. One, it's huge. It's like almost 100 foot tall. You know, I don't think any climbing gym in the country can kind of match that. It's massive. And then they always had the outdoor routes, which is really cool. There's several now. There was only one or two back in the day, so they've added that. And then that little building up top, I don't think it still does, but it had a second pitch that went up that as well, and that made it unique as also. Anyway, here it is. Thanks for watching. To be continued. Hey guys, Dre here. Welcome back to the Return of Baldy Locks, the road to 513. I'm doing a special Oklahoma City edition, oddly enough, about a climbing channel with Oklahoma City edition episodes, rather. This is where I started climbing, Oklahoma City, and not long into my climbing career, this place was started by my good friend Freddie. Back in the day, it was known as OKC Rocks. It's now, I think, called Rocktown. But they decided to close doors recently, and you know, there was a big party here last night to kind of like send it on its way, I guess. And I'm meeting with a bunch of old climbing buddies tomorrow night here in Oklahoma City that were all part of that original crew back in the day that we used to, man, we'd hang out here, climb here, work here, dream of future adventures together here, and park here and meet here and go for day trips to the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge to climb. Across the street, big bar, Tapworks, had like 50 beers on tap or something, and we'd go hang out there and cause trouble. But either way, it's kind of sad to see it shut down after all these years. I had a lot of good memories here, and I know we all did, and a lot of connections were made here, and friendships were built here, and a lot of plans, a lot of future ascension. All right, guys, thanks for checking those out. Threshold Climbing Gym is where the climbing videos were taken, and that's a really nice facility out here in North Oklahoma City. And it's only about like 5 or 10 minutes from my mom's house. And then yeah, you saw me at the gym there. The wind is famously big, very windy, famously here in Oklahoma, and so you saw my camera get knocked over. I actually had to order a new microphone receiver online and have it delivered the next day so I could continue to run film, because when the wind blew my camera over there at the silos, it exploded my receiver for the old microphone here. Anyway, thanks for checking in. I will do a quick update video soon. I've got some big changes in my training and my conditioning for the new year. It's mostly been slowed down a little bit because of just everyone's busy with schedules, and I've had a lot of personal things going on, and a lot of that's starting to get ironed out. And I think that I'll be able to start, rediving into a more serious training schedule and regimen in early 2026, January, hopefully. So I'll keep you updated, and yeah, look for more exciting climbing videos in the near future. And man, hope everybody has a great new year, and I'll see you soon.